Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final episode of Raw Deal. Not ever, just before WrestleMania. Don't want to scare anybody. It's me, the Jerry G, Greg the Sum, Mongo the You've been bushwhacking since 92, aka Thunder Tits, joined, of course, by the man himself, Matty Reigns, aka Matty Two Belts, the Forever Intercontinental Champion. And the Soul? Are you fucking serious?
On the predictions
champion. Sorry,
yeah,
that's right. You lost that, but you still got the prediction.
Lost all you fucking serious, and I'm just holding on by a thread.
Which you will get back on Wednesday. We'll see. The Randy Simpson Memorial Predictions Champion, Mr. Matty Reigns. How you doing, Matt?
I am stupendous. Had a great weekend, long weekend of just hanging out, chilling, drinking more beer. Got my hair cut finally because I hadn't had my hair cut since my birthday. So, yeah. Having a great week. If y'all have not done y'all's taxes, do them because tomorrow is tax day.
Or get an extension, something.
Either you're owing or you're paying. Either you're owing or you're getting something back. Don't be like me and having to owe an extra value meal. Don't be like me. You have to owe $7 in total.
Oof. What's going on, Cookies? How you doing, brother? The ruler with the ruler. What's up? I'm not disrespecting Mike. I'm just saying. Mike don't watch any AEW. I don't think. I think it's really. Kenny says he watches it. I watch it more than anybody else on our show.
I honestly feel like it with it being AEW, I might have a shot at it. The themes, that is anybody's game with themes because it's AEW.
And even if you watched all the time like I do, those themes are either half really great, really good themes, or you get the other half and they're just like, who the fuck is coming out? Oh, that person.
That's how I felt when Harley Cameron came out. Like before it did the before it got to that, I'm like, I don't know who this is about to come out.
Yes. Speaking of who the fuck is this, ladies and gentlemen, joining us late. His ass is always late. No, I'm kidding. Mr. Sergeant Peppers, friend of Dumb Monaco, a.k.a. Ken Dango. Kenny, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing well. What's going on, boys? What's going on, UTR? I'm sorry I was late. I was actually cooking dinner for my family. I'm sorry. I was feeding people, you know what I mean? Making sure I feed the family. I was cooking dinner, making Kenny's own surprise extra cheesy, spicy sliders on Hawaiian rolls.
What up, Betty?
Ooh, my guts is bubbling in a good way after hearing about that.
You said extra spicy.
What happened was I saw this recipe. A friend of mine posted a recipe that they tried, and then I found it, and I was like, "Oh, this looks easy." You know what I mean? It's just sliders, but it's a ridiculous amount of cheese, so you don't really have to put a piece of cheese on the slider or anything like that. And you make a cheese sauce with however spice level you want that you drizzle on top of the sliders.
Have y'all seen that guy that's always like judging?
What up, Batty? What up, Cookies?
And Cookies, can y'all for once be happy to see me? Matt gets a little thing, Mike gets something. Mike ain't even here. And y'all defending Mike, and then Kenny shows up. Can I get anything?
Right. Let's love Mongo, damn it.
Jesus.
Please.
I'm trying. I'm going to
take my damn it off the record and put my please in its place.
Nope, you didn't put it out there already.
I know. I can't take it back. Damn it, please.
Can we get, you know what, y'all? Can we get my boy Regos some love? Give my boy Mongo Regos some love.
Don't make that my please, Kenny. I
need to say his name.
I need to be able to say my name at least. I can't do that.
Speaking of saying their names, I know Joe Hendry is in our headline, but my barber doesn't like Joe
Your barber doesn't like Joe Hendry?
No, he's I don't know who he is, and I didn't like him because he went to the Rumble. He was like, I didn't know why everybody was happy about him.
Well,
and he also said he didn't like Finn, so I was just sitting up there like, yeah, I'm ready to go.
this guy.
I was like, I'm ready to go because you were just like hurting all my feelings. I'm over here like,
Matt said, oh, you just lost your motherfucking self a sale, brother. I'm out of here.
Bro, that Yelp review is going to be just, motherfucker doesn't know ball. How can I get a haircut from this man?
He was like, Finn Balor isn't world heavyweight championship material. He's too little. I'm like, hold up.
Too little?
Finn is the man.
It's all right, Kenny. Hey,
what's going on, Kenny?
It's good.
All right.
Well, since y'all mentioned Joe Hendry, let's talk about it. So Joe Hendry, yeah, he's on our headline. We've got some stuff to discuss. Him and then another star that just left New Japan.
Who said that he wasn't gonna? Yo, that's the funniest shit about it. That is the funniest thing about it.
We'll get into it. It's a whole thing. I got the Wrestling Observer newsletter piece about it up so we can talk about it. But my God, that whole situation has been insane. But Joe Hendry, let's go ahead and talk about this. So apparently back in the summer, Triple H wanted Joe Hendry to be on Raw for a mini program with The Miz, allegedly. This is per Fightful Select. But then TNA head of creative and COO Ario Schneider, who we mentioned recently was one of those names released from backstage, did not want it to happen because he didn't want Joe Hendry to take a loss on TV. And he was afraid that was going to happen. Well, he already lost on NXT.
Yeah.
And then I saw people comments like, oh, well, of course they would want to pin a world champion. Joe Hendry wasn't a world champion then.
Then on top of that, like, that's a perfect fuse for it. Honestly, like, Joe Hendry is a gimmick wrestler. Let's get it. Let's not be anything about it. He's a gimmick wrestler. The Miz,
you know?
Right. The Miz is the ultimate person who can get heat on himself when talking about somebody. So only thing that was going to do was going to build the name of Joe Hendry and make him more of a face. If anything, even if he would have lost, the amount of fan base that he would have created because he's going against one of the most hated men in the locker room, who's going to talk about all types of shit, that would have
been a great moment because it takes nothing for Miz to be hated. He can go from hated just like that. All he has to do is go out there, beat up R-Truth, talk some shit about the city that he's in, say that there's some imbeciles, and y'all don't even just say something. Y'all don't even know my name. That's how stupid y'all are. Say his name and he appears. It's like y'all don't even know me from a regular Joe. Boom. And there he is.
Man, y'all can't even carry a tune here, but like anything, like it was.
That's why his ass got let go.
Honestly, yes. So I saw this report, another report about this whole situation on Body Slam, which also, if y'all are into getting any kind of news information, I would put Body Slam up there with Fightful and Wrestling Observer Newsletter as far as just like really good reporting.
Anytime I hear the word body slam outside of actual commentary talking about a match, I think of the fucking movie from the 80s.
That makes sense. But y'all might have seen some of their headlines because they are not afraid to call somebody a piece of shit in a headline.
Probably.
And that's what you can do when you're independent. That's something I wish I could do for sure. I would love to be able to do that. But anyway, they were talking about the situation, and they said that according to their sources, Schneider and Gail Kim got into it backstage and basically told Anthem, hey, it's either them or me. And Anthem said, fuck it, you're both gone. Now,
no.
I mean, I can't, as crazy as it is to get rid of Gail Kim, if they're causing that much problems backstage and they're going to force you to like, don't ever give your boss a fucking ultimatum.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
especially in TNA where they are always looking to cut costs.
Oh yeah, it's so if that's really what happened, then I kind of understand why that went down the way it went down. But yeah, so he was supposed to have a feud with the Miz. And the only reason it didn't happen was because Schnurr didn't want him to lose on Raw. But like you said, Kenny, I think this really would have done a lot of good for him. And honestly, that Rumble reaction might have been louder had the main roster seen him a little bit.
Because that's what my barber's like, I don't know who this dude is. And everybody is going crazy. And he's just like, why should I like this dude? I don't know who he is.
Yeah, because honestly, Joe Hendry is not someone that gets over in a Rumble debut.
Right.
Like Kenny said, he's not he's more of a gimmick wrestler than he is like the in-ring impress you with his stuff.
That's why I'm like, I can't explain Joe Hendry to you. Like, it's gonna take I have to stay here the rest of the day to explain Joe Hendry to you.
Yeah.
Right. Like, he's not the most technical wrestlers where you can say, oh, watch this match and you can see why I like him. That's not going to happen because if you watch his match, like if you watch just his match without the entrance, you're going to be like, okay,
yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, right. Like nothing to brag about, but okay. Why does he keep turning around like that and the camera keeps zooming in on him? Like, that's exactly what's going to happen. So, like, introduce him. You know what I mean? You can't do, like you said, a Rumble is not a good way for him to appear. You know what I mean? Without him already having appeared.
Yeah.
Because that was really a moment for like diehard fans. The people that are getting, people like us, the people that are getting priced out of WrestleMania.
Right.
Like, that was for us. But for the casual fan, that was just some dude. Or someone just starting to watch it again. And all they know is WWE. They don't watch NXT. They just know main roster. They don't watch none of the other stuff. They're just like, who is this dude? And where is he from?
Like, who the fuck is this guy at? Like, that's exactly what they're going to say because they don't know his name. They don't know why he appears. But if he'd have had that feud with The Miz, guess what? That music could have hit. The crowd could have jumped up and went crazy. He could have made a beeline directly to the fucking ring to attack Miz, continue a feud. You know him because he has a feud already.
Yeah. And by that point, he has a world title. And you're like, he's a world champion beating Miz's ass.
Ways.
Exactly, Cookies. Cool. Exactly.
Another way they could have used it, because it's me, you could have used Nick. You could have used Miz. You could have used Joe. You could have had all three of them because Nick Dolph already, former WWE, have Dolph appear. You already had Fandango show up. You already broke that wall. He acknowledged himself as Fandango, but he said, I'm JDC. So he can be Dolph, but it's Nick. Have Nick and Miz, like something, anything like that. It's a reason why we were happy for it, but at the same time, we're like, it is what it is because we had already seen everything that could have happened in NXT. So it's like, we know he's not going to win the Rumble. It's nice he's appearing, but y'all should have did other stuff. Like, he should have had the NXT stuff should have been happening closer to the Rumble instead of all the way back when it did. Because then
Maddie out here trying to get your headline pushed back, bro. Trying to have this nigga fuck your headline up talking about tell your barber that. Right.
That's risky shit. Yeah, that's
right. Like, that's like telling your stylist to kiss your fucking nipple or something, man. Like, you ain't gonna do that. Like, come on now. You ain't gonna do that. You gonna tell your favorite nail tech
to lick sack enough.
Like, Maddie, you gonna tell your favorite nail tech some shit like that? And watch your motherfucking fingers and toes be fucked up next time you go get them done. Cut your cuticle mad far down. Your ass be bleeding.
It just started like in the last, I would say probably in the last 2 years or so, he started watching back wrestling. So it's like, I've been watching it. So he's just coming back in. So he's just like, oh yeah, I don't like this person. I don't even know why that. Like he said, I don't like Finn. Finn is not world heavyweight championship material because he's too little. I'm like, what? What you mean that he's perfect world heavyweight champion material because he's little? That's the belt for everybody.
Like he's little, but he's not little, and he's also ripped to the gills. Like
he's just like, well, he's not world title material, and I'm like, bruh. He's like people that are big, and I'm just like, okay, you still on that Vince McMahon stuff. I'm over here like, Finn. There's the whole reason why the title is called the Universal. It was called the Universal title because it was for everybody. That's the whole point of it. It wasn't for the WWE universe. It was just another way to say everyone.
There you go.
What does the universal remote do? Work for everyone.
Every damn thing.
Every damn thing.
Even when it's not supposed to, it'll connect to shit you have no idea.
Basically, that universal title was, we know we got some indie fans that started watching us, so guess what? We're going to give your indie champions a chance to win this championship because we done signed them over here.
It went from Finn to
Seth.
Kevin Owens.
No, Kevin Owens and Seth.
Like, and then Seth. So it was like, oh, you big indie Ring of Honor New Japan guy, here's your shot.
Finn. Right.
Yeah. And then Ring of Honor, Kevin Owens and Seth. Like it's yeah. But yeah, so I looking back and seeing that this is because when Hendry was in NXT, we were like, all right, but why is he here now? What's this going to lead to? And then he was just gone for like 5 months.
Right.
And we thought, okay, maybe it just fell through. And then the deal got announced. We're like, well, what the fuck happened with Joe Hendry? This is what happened with Joe Hendry. This is the explanation. And that, look at that. All right, well, no wonder that guy got the axe. Shit.
Right.
If Gail didn't say anything, she might still be there.
They said no.
Yeah. Cost them money with almost cost them a fucking deal with the WWE. Shit, get gone. Get out. Before we get into that other piece of news, real quick, I just want to talk about SmackDown. Me and Matt were talking before the show. SmackDown was mostly ass.
Yeah.
Like that was the worst 3-hour SmackDown we've had, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that Ray Phoenix and Berto match cooked.
That was great.
That Ray Phoenix and Berto match.
It shows you how good Berto is.
Yeah, I really forgot how good he is. I'm not gonna lie. I really forgot how good he is.
I enjoyed seeing later, like after they put it up, or after I saw it on Twitter. I enjoyed the Naomi promo. Like, okay, that was cool. But like the way that show started out with just Nick Aldis and Randy Orton talking, I'm like, yep. Then they're like, we're doing the gauntlet.
Yep. Yeah, and I think we were all like, is he gonna fucking fight Nick Aldis? And no, apparently not. They kind of teased it, and Nick Aldis just kind of fucking poo-pooed the idea.
I honestly picked up at the 10 o'clock hour. That's when it was like, okay, y'all literally just wasted 2 hours just for this hour to be good.
Yeah, even then the hour was.
Yeah, it was mid at best, but they announced the WrestleMania card. So
I mean, the ones we also got Drew, Future Shock, and Damian into fucking next decade.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
Yeah,
Damian,
that was a pretty good one.
Because Damian dead ass looked like his neck was bashed into his shoulders. The motherfucker was sitting on the ground like.
He absolutely turtled that shit. Just
turtle.
I guess the most important thing that came out of this was Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. For some reason,
they are so not winning.
Were a tag team in this gauntlet, and they won a shot at the women's tag titles. Lyra has been doing really well recently with like defending this belt every other week. Finally giving her something to do. Maybe give the tag title shot to a tag team, you know?
Yeah, but this is all the way for Bayley to turn back heel by turning on Lyra at WrestleMania.
I guess. Yeah, that's
I don't
possible.
even think that's gonna happen. I think they just gonna lose on some stupid shit.
I mean, it does feel really
They just
setting
gonna
up
put
for a
these
heel
titles
turn.
down for WrestleMania for some. I guess like Liv, you've done so great throughout the year. Here you go. But
I mean, she did. Liv had to carry a lot when Rhea was injured. So,
like someone said on Twitter, Triple H, you created 2 new mid-card women's belts, and ain't neither one of them on WrestleMania. What the fuck?
and the tag titles, I don't think are on WrestleMania because like the SmackDown tag titles are that's happening on Friday.
The WWE tag titles are being defended by the Profits. Ain't going to WrestleMania. They're going to WrestleMania SmackDown. Like,
ain't New Day and War Raiders hitting Mania?
I hope so.
Yeah, they're going to be at Mania, but the other tag titles are stuck to SmackDown.
It's just weird. Like you have 2 nights, and I don't know if y'all have seen the reports about how long these shows are going to go.
9 hours.
It's like a 2-hour pre-show.
Oh yeah, I saw it because I was already like
5 hours.
This is everything I'm not watching on Saturday.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's they have the full
Saturday is you got Stand and Deliver at 1:00. And then the countdown to WrestleMania is at 4 p.m. WrestleMania starts at 7.
So that's a 3-hour no match pre-show.
And then they said, and then it says the 2025 Slammies are on 420. Time to be determined. They're going to be on YouTube. And then after those go off, is another countdown to WrestleMania starting at 4:00 on 420, and then at WrestleMania Sunday starts at 7:00. And then on Friday, they're doing the WrestleMania kickoff before SmackDown.
And then you got Manias.
Oh my God, the fucking Hall of Fame is at 1 a.m.
What's that 1 a.m.?
The Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame.
1 a.m. who time?
Us.
It's 1 a.m. Eastern.
Oh, well, I guess we ain't doing a live
watch. Peacock and YouTube.
Oh, you can kiss my ass.
Wow. Because of the West Coast time. They're accommodating them, making us stay up. Because they're 3 hours behind us. Well, so it's going to be like, oh, you know what? That's why I kept saying, Joe Tessitore time. You remember, folks, you can get tickets if you want to go to the Hall of Fame. With what money? With what money, Joe? With what money?
I'm not paying.
I don't have Las Vegas money. And I definitely don't have SmackDown Hall of Fame money.
I'm not paying $700 for the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry. I'm not. And it's going to be like an hour and a half of it is going to be Triple H's entrance and a lot of just ass kissing on him. Yeah, there you go. So that sucks. That's such a stupid. That's why them putting the Hall of Fame after SmackDown is dumb, because look at how much time they've had to fill up. Look at the 3-hour pre-show to both these men. You could have moved something around. That is insane. That is ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. Like, WrestleMania kickoff Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern. SmackDown Friday, 8 p.m. Hall of Fame, 1 a.m. NXT Stand and Deliver 12 hours later at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then you got 3-hour countdown to WrestleMania. Then WrestleMania Saturday from probably 7 to 11:30. And then you got to turn right back around. They want you. I ain't watching no Slammies. Fuck that. I'm not watching. Like I'm literally leaving the house as soon as Stand and Deliver is over. Like I'll sit there for that. Then I'm like, peace. I'll see y'all WrestleMania.
Right.
That is ridiculous. The Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame at 1 a.m. And we was over here talking about it. We gonna go live. They said, no, the fuck y'all not. Y'all gonna go live for SmackDown.
Yeah.
I guess that's what we're doing.
I mean, Jesus Christ. All right. Anyway, that's ridiculous. That's so stupid. Let's talk about Jeff Cobb.
He's leaving. Oh wait, he's staying.
No, he's gone.
Oh, he don't know what he do.
So Jeff Cobb, formerly Matanza Cueto of Lucha Underground fame, introduced him to my nephews last time they were here. Let them see him just beating the shit out of Rey Mysterio and Phoenix and Ricochet and the good times.
Right.
Jeff Cobb's been in New Japan for a very long time. And a few months ago, Fightful and I can't remember who, there's another outlet that was saying that Jeff was on his way out of New Japan. He was gone, and that they're wrapping his stuff up now. And then was it last week, a little over a week ago?
2 weeks ago. This man wins the tag team championship with Callum from United Empire, and after he wins the belt, gets on somebody's commentary mic and says, "I thought I was leaving. What happened to that, internet? I thought I was leaving." That's what that man said. Guess what, y'all? That man leaving.
Yeah, not only is he leaving, he apparently is already
vacate the title.
Yeah, he's so that's one thing I kind of hate about when people go to WWE but have a belt somewhere else. They're not allowed to take that final loss.
Yeah, they don't never get to end it on good terms. They just abruptly leave. Like,
Stephanie McCurr did it. Yeah. I think Ricky might have done it. I think Ricky Starks was a champion in that. Like, I think it's a very common occurrence, and it's really dumb. And I wish they wouldn't do that shit. Because if you're just worried about your fans over anything else, they're not going to see those shows.
You're right.
Your casual fans aren't going to know what the fuck is happening. It's fine. But yeah, so Jeff Cobb, this is per Wrestling Observer newsletter, that he is not just likely going to WWE, he might have already signed. And
he told them to kiss his ass and take that belt.
They were expecting this, and I don't know if the belt was an attempt to get him to stick around.
They pretty much had a stay baby.
Yeah.
Somebody tries to have a baby.
Me, Jeff.
No.
It's
yeah. It's funny.
Yeah.
He looked at that title with Tama through the Ring of Honor tag title. He was like, "What is this piece of shit?" He looked at that title.
Because I think Dragon Lee also, the same thing happened with him. He was a champion. I think he was like a tag champion somewhere.
Noah.
He worked his ass NXT.
And then they just vacated the belts. Like, just let them lose it's fine. Let them lose if they're gonna have it, let them lose it.
You know what? We blaming WWE. What if it's the actual wrestlers that are actually doing that shit? Like, what if it actually is them? Like, we blame WWE for a lot of shit. I could see Jeff Cobb totally being like, "Oh, word, it's fine. Fuck y'all, bye."
Yeah, but Jeff Cobb and Stephanie and Ricky and Dragon Lee and like a handful of others. Like, is that if it was just him and Ricky Starks? Maybe.
I was about to say, you don't see Ricky doing that. I was about to throw Ricky ass right in that sentence. So I'm glad you said it.
Ricky, I could see it, but like everybody doing it, I think at that point it's a WWE thing.
Steph, I could definitely see doing it.
I don't know the way that she talked about the decision to come to WWE.
Yeah, it was for the love of the
but it was also about like wanting to do right by everybody else. And I was like, well, then that didn't happen. So if that's what she wants people to believe, that's how she is, why would she make that decision? I think if it was just one or two people doing this, it's them. But when it's been like every time they've signed a champion over the past 2 years, they've refused to drop the belt. That is not that's a corporate decision.
Mongo, at the end of the day, even though AEW is becoming just as well known in this circus that we call wrestling, WWE is still Ringling Brothers. Everybody wants to make it to Ringling Brothers in this circus. no matter how much money other places can throw at you, when you know if you go to Ringling Brothers, you are going to instantly be world known because because Ringling Brothers is known a lot more than the Universal Soul Circus. You know what I mean? Don't get it wrong. You are like I can definitely see some of these wrestlers on some real peace.
Some, yes. Every single one since 2022, bit of a stretch.
I think
at that point, that is a company
thing. It's something that's been brought over. It's a Vince McMahon basically idea that really shouldn't even be instituted anymore. Because at this point, like to Mongo's point, we're not gonna see that person lose because more often than not, it's gonna be at some indie show that we're not about to buy. We're gonna hear about it on Twitter and be like, "Well, they on their way to WWE. Come on, I'll see you."
Your average WWE fan is not watching GCW whenever that happens.
Now, Jeff Cobb, I can definitely see, like, in this situation, it's that and it's just Jeff Cobb being like, I told y'all I was leaving. Y'all didn't need to put this belt on me. So, y'all think I'm about to defend this? I didn't even want this.
He still has a match, technically, in New Japan.
For April
before
19th.
he comes to WWE.
Oh, they're gonna be like, his visa is expired. Oh, he can't come here now. Oh man.
Yeah. He's supposed to face Tanahashi. It's on his retirement tour.
Now. He's going straight.
Tanahashi's been losing his matches because it's a retirement tour, but now do you have him beat Jeff because he's leaving? Or if
they even have a match?
Yeah, true.
Oh, here's the bullshit. New Japan can't even pull no bullshit like, oh yeah, he gotta fucking stay here. This nigga's from Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he home. He American. He gonna always be able to come back.
And since he's in Japan and he lives in Hawaii, he got it low key kind of made because that ain't like having to go from America. You right. Just leave it because Hawaii is America.
Right, that's just damn near a whole day to get
there. That's a completely different place. Like if you ever get the chance to go there once, and then you're gonna be like, never again.
This is
6 hours behind. No.
This is New Japan's official statement on this. New Japan has come to terms with the departure of Jeff Cobb at his request. Cobb won half the IWGP Tag Team Champions. Those titles have now been vacated. Cobb's final match in New Japan will take place at Korakuen Hall on April 19th against Hiroshi Tanahashi. New Japan profoundly apologizes for the sudden nature of this news and joins fans. Sudden nature?
He warned y'all. He told y'all he was leaving.
We've been expecting this for like 6 months.
What you mean sudden?
Now they're making it like he's an asshole. Like, oh, we gave him a belt and now he's leaving. Like, he told you he was leaving.
That's why we're going to have his last match on April 19th. You hope. Y'all hope. Because y'all badmouth him at this sudden departure. All right, you know what's going to be sudden? My match that's not happening.
Suddenly Seymour, there ain't no match anymore.
Y'all got the belt? Yes, we do, Jeff. Good. Click.
It's the 19th in Japan, so he has like a full day to get over to the America, get some rest, and then go to Mania Night 2. So the theory is like, oh, maybe he's fighting Randy. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm assuming Randy's going to fight like Malachi Black or something. I really have no idea, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But Jeff Cobb coming to the WWE finally. Where do y'all think he goes?
I always want people in NXT, but it's like, do I really want him in NXT if Olga and Trick are leaving? And if I want Javon to be the champion, that ain't gonna work.
I think on it. I was thinking originally like, oh, put him on SmackDown with the new bloodline, but Raw needs some biggins.
They're Bronsonless.
Yeah, and Bronson, he might be back in the next few months, or that ankle might have been worse than they thought. Like, we don't really know anything about Bronson's recovery right now, so fuck it, put him on Raw. And then when Bronson comes back, you can either have a terrifying tag team.
Oh God.
Or we've got a really good monster feud to have. But like they need bigger men on Raw.
Oh God. Imagine Bronson and Jeff Cobb versus the Viking Raiders. Oh God.
Put him.
Somebody give me that rock gift, just like the goosebumps.
Drop him right into that IC title picture. You can have Cobb versus new and improved Chad Gable after he takes this bullshit ass mask off. Like Cobb versus Braun at some point. Like Cobb versus Braun. Or the Fatal 4-Way. Cobb versus Braun versus Braun versus Braun.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Can he say the straight meaty match? Yeah.
Like the last match we need to get out of the last matchup out of anyone needs to be Cobb versus Jacob. Like that needs to be something we're seeing at the Royal Rumble in 2026. Like they matching off like, oh shit. Like we looked at Braun and Jacob all this time, and that's the new one. Jacob versus Jeff. Fatu versus Cobb.
And I mean, they are very similar in how they do shit. So that'd be fun for me, for damn sure. Matt, I love me a big meaty man match for sure.
Right.
No pause. Speaking of pause, cookies.
There. Goofer gotta have something to do. I just thought
fucking yo.
Goofer about to lose a belt.
Cookies, brother.
Not you, down. Cookies. Not you, Cookies. I'm talking about Mongo.
Hey, I want a big meaty man match. No pause, baby. No pause. Let's get into Raw. I think that's about all we have news-wise, unless y'all know anything else that I don't. So let's talk about Raw. It's the final Raw before Mania. So it's been a little over 4 months since Raw went to Netflix. Overall, how do y'all feel about that transition and how it has, because it has affected the Mania build for sure, with them being on Netflix and having to change the time slot the past 4 weeks. Overall, looking at Raw now, we all say this is a success as far as a run to Mania, or do y'all think there's some things that they kind of messed up on that maybe they could have done better?
For the most
part,
say,
yeah, success.
I know some people, I have a love-hate relationship with the middle of the day Raws. Like the love part is I ain't gotta watch nothing. Like I can go about the rest of my day at 8 o'clock. The bad part is I'm at work, so it's like, well, I'm just gonna miss Raw then because I ain't about to have my phone out like that. But that's the only downside of it. But honestly, it's been a success. I like knowing that Raw for the most part is gonna be over at 10:35.
Right. That's one thing for sure. And it's like, I feel like since they know that people don't want to stay up late or whatever, they pack as much as they can in that little bit in that time frame now.
They do.
It's not the greatest, but they do. It's not. I'm not going to sit here and exaggerate and say they have as many matches for the length of actual wrestling.
Yeah, a lot of it is recaps and talking.
Right. I'm not going to say.
I think on average you get maybe 4 matches on Raw. Sometimes 5, mostly 4.
AEW, if you're counting actual wrestling minutes between the two companies, AEW is busting WWE's ass hands down.
Yeah, because NXT is doing all the heavy lifting. NXT and SmackDown doing all the heavy lifting with wrestling, with the wrestling.
Oh, speaking of AEW, I'm not going to have Collision because it was fine. Chat, if y'all have not seen the Tony Storm Owen Hart Cup promo,
oh my God.
Every time that woman takes a microphone, I have to put everything I'm looking at down and just focus. That one,
she is great.
So good.
Yo, Tony Storm is the best.
I want to see if I can find it. We got a little extra time. I want to see if I can find this because it's genuinely. Again, if you want your fucking Attitude Era promos back, just go to Tony.
Yeah.
Go to Tony. Go find Tony Storm.
Hold on, Mongo. You sent it in the chat. I'll resend it in the chat that way.
All right.
You sent it in the chat.
Oh, here we go. I got it. Here we are. It's just like, it's like a minute and a half of her just running down every competitor, and she only like has positive things to say for like one or two of them.
Oh damn!
But
it's just fucking.
It's great. It's great.
It's awesome. All right, here we go. Real quick, can y'all hear this? Yep.
Megan Bain is a monster. That woman has so much thigh meat, I thought I was being mugged on Thanksgiving. Nevertheless, I'm here to tell you that this whore you all adore, this slut you can't rebut, this tramp is still the tramp. But enough of this gate banter. The Owen Hart Foundation tournament has begun, and the winner goes on to All In for a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship. Ladies, good luck. This is a timeless cafe, and I'm going to bake up the biggest batch of slop tarts you've ever seen. Billy Stark, you Johnny-come-lately, milked breath, knobby-kneed little brat. I will make a woman out of you.
Well, damn.
Call me Jim Henson, because I will wear you on my wrist and make you sing Rainbow Connection. Next.
Wrong picture, Tony Schiavone.
CEO. What an unfortunate nickname. I will drain your 401k and put you so deep in a recession you'll have to drink my bathwater.
Hey.
My God, what a woman. Okay? You may be the Ring of Honor Forever champion, but you'll last about 2 minutes with me. And Jamie Hayter, take my advice. No money has ever been made from dressing like you're in a different era. And as for me, I could sit at home and watch this entire tournament eating veal parmigiana. But that's not the kind of woman I am, yet. Nevertheless, at Double or Nothing, I will be there, I'll be watching, and I'll be sweating, and I will always be timeless.
There you go. So you don't have to watch Collision. That was the best part of it.
Fucking awesome. She had me because she was like, enough with this gay banter. Shout out to you for using gay in the correct term. This happy banter. This happy banter.
That was
incredible.
My God, so good.
Incredible.
So good.
She is. She's incredible. She is incredible. Like that is how you are supposed to get fans and crowds behind you. Like if you're gonna be a wrestler, be a wrestler. You gotta have it all.
She would have she works so perfectly now. But if this was like the 90s and a lot of those black and white film stars were probably still living, would make it even better.
That's one of those things where like you can tell someone's a superstar when you're like, oh, they could work in multiple eras in wrestling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Gunther's whole thing could work at any point because that's what he is. He can fit in the 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever. Tony Storm, I say it every week. Like, if you want Attitude Era promos, it's Tony. I genuinely think you could put Tony anywhere from like the mid 80s to now doing this shit, and she'd be fucking nailing it.
I genuinely think
that I'm gonna be honest. She was putting her fist up her ass. She said she was gonna go Jim Henson on her because Jim Henson was the creator of the Muppets. And what do you do with a puppet? You put your hand up there.
I think she could have worked even in the days with Fabulous Moolah and them. The way she was cutting promos. Because remember,
it's truly timeless. Like her gimmick goes all the way back to then. She could honestly be someone you could see fighting Moolah. You could honestly throw her in the 60s because it still fits. 70s, it still fits. 80s, she's just a throwback to the 60s. 90s, she's just a throwback to the 60s. And now it's just like, oh, you're a throwback to black and white films, basically the 50s, the 60s, the 40s. Like, she's honestly timeless.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Nobody in wrestling right now understands their character better than Toni Storm.
No,
Yeah,
that is
double
damn perfect.
entendre jokes, especially.
Oh my god,
Like-
she's
Like,
dirty as hell. I
If
like.
you are grown up, this is why I like AEW, because they don't insult our intelligence at times. You just get straight up adult jokes.
right.
Oh my god, what was the one she said at the post Dynasty thing? It was she did an old limerick. It was
We're a man from Nantucket, and he came to say "fuck it." I was like, "What?" Tony
His
had
dick in his mouth and
Tony
he'll
had-
suck it? Like, what the fuck?
Tony had his drink. He was like, all the coke rushed out of Tony's body when she started speaking. Okay.
It was so funny because like you can watch that from like multiple different reporters' vantage points because they usually like record what's happening. You can hear someone go, "Did she just say pull out a dick and he'll suck it?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Oh my god, just incredible stuff. So yeah, Collision. If y'all were curious, that was the most important part of the show. Let's talk about Raw, and we can get on out of here. There are 4 segments currently announced for Raw. I'm going to do a last little double check on social media.
And I made the last move of the season. Woo!
Oh yeah, how's that feel? That's going to keep y'all in second place, baby.
Absolutely not. Third place, double picks. Here we come, baby.
All right, one thing got announced. So
We ain't never
Bailey-
seen 2 teams race for third before.
I was like, all right, who can I start and really just guarantee 40-point loss by Mania? But honestly, a lot of my roster are
It's
fighting for
good.
gold. Yeah, I'm like, man, y'all wait to the last show to win like 100 points. This is ridiculous.
Welcome to
What
us.
is this?
Welcome
the rest of
to the NWO for like 3 years straight.
I keep putting fucking Solo on my roster, thinking he's gonna.
Oh, Super going undrafted next season.
Oh my god, my god.
I'm about to pick up no damn Solo.
Going from like the top of the draft last year to
Dum, dum,
Man, it was like he beat John
dum.
Cena, and it's still he beat John Cena. He did that.
getting his ass beat every week. Jesus. Bailey takes on Liv Morgan before WrestleMania, so we're gonna have some one-on-ones.
Bailey, you gonna sit on the bench for another week, girl. This
Yep. I mean, it'll be good, but
good match.
I don't know, man. I feel like if we just put those tag belts on the fucking Meta Girls,
That's all this is. This is literally just them treading water until they can have a main roster call up of all these NXT people. Well, that's why we randomly had Roxanne versus Tiffany on Friday. I'm like, you should already be on the main roster. But no, we have to be stupid. Well, it's just
why
like
isn't she?
Like they have to wait for WrestleMania to be the end of the season before they can introduce the new people.
Yeah.
When it's like you already introduced them. Just let them have a match.
You know what? It makes sense.
I
to
really
me, 'cause
hate-
You know what?
It makes sense. It's just
It makes sense. You know why? Because you think about this. This is their most watched show. WrestleMania. You're gonna get your hardcore fans. You're gonna get your casual fans. You're gonna get brand new fans, and you're just gonna get people who have never even seen wrestling watching this because they're gonna be somewhere where it's on. So if you have if this is your biggest show, then now you have more eyes on you. Then you can debut more people.
Hopefully, it happens on Raw or I guess SmackDown. I kind of hate that WWE fully latched onto the Raw after Mania shit because it used to be like, oh, sometimes they do something cool after Mania.
and
then they realized that we were waiting on that, and they're like, we're going to do it every year. And now, half the time the Raw after Mania is
Ass.
Because they hyped
like
it
half
up
the
in
time
that
it's just the
rundown.
debut.
They hyped it up in that rundown. Like the Raw after Mania, the SmackDown after Mania. I'm like, nobody gives a fuck about the SmackDown after Mania. It's almost a week. Like that's 6 days later. We don't care.
It's like an adult that celebrates their birthday for the entire week. Like, you're 35 years old. Like, you get 2 days max.
Right.
2 days. You don't even have to be next to each other. You can have like a Monday and then your celebration on Saturday. You don't get the whole week. That's too much.
I feel attacked.
Good. It was about you.
You know what? All right, bet. I'm gonna tell people what you say in our other chat. Say
Go ahead. I have nothing to hide. Just don't share screenshots.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Safe space.
Gunther appears one last time before Mania. So last week Jay had his big promo, his pulling up the pants, getting serious promo, which is fantastic. They got to stick the landing on this last Raw for Gunther and Jay, because the first 3 months of this build were ass.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
The end result needs to be Gunther winning. Honestly.
Unfortunately, it would
be
nice to have both Gunther and Tiffany Stratton win at Mania, but it's not going to happen. Yeah, it's
no.
This is why this WrestleMania is going to be so funny, because the Rumble winners are so going to win, but they are so not the main event.
AJ Styles takes on Karrion Kross. Kross has been doing Triple H clearly sees something with Kross where he lets him do all this crazy backstage shit. And like he loves to drop little hints backstage, like, oh, did you see who so-and-so was talking to? Or whatever. Right. But they've been doing this with Kross for over a year.
Mm-hmm.
Shit or get off the pot.
And now we're getting to the scary time of the year where it's like, what are you doing with him? Because, you could be doing all this stuff. And then right after next Monday, we could be getting a release saying, Karrion, we wish him well in his future endeavors. Like, he's been released. Like,
and
nobody is safe now.
I think they even do it on. Usually they do it on tax, because usually Mania's already happened by this point. Usually tax day, the 15th of April, is when they do their big releases. I'm guessing it's going to happen after Mania now, but you're right. He is.
They gonna fire nigga right before Mania
3 months ago. That they could do that. His whole stable got released, and him and Scarlett stayed on. It's like, all right, well, y'all clearly have something going here. Let's fucking get to it.
First Bay benefit, so it's like,
yeah,
you got all this stuff going for you, but so did Baron Corbin.
Yeah, I think they might be hoping, because honestly, Kross has the IWC has turned around so much on Kross in the past few years, from Adam Cole was right, this guy can't wrestle, to just like genuinely liking the dude. So maybe they're trying to fish for something there.
His character, the character he has now, is good, because it's not.
Just put him in the ring, damn it. That'll answer every fucking thing. Just put his ass in the fucking ring.
Like, just like everything about him, he has the promos, he has the woman. Just put him in the ring. Let him fight somebody. He's been you know who he reminds me of, Greg? He reminds me of Sean O'Hara's character when he had Roddy Piper. He was kind of devilish. That's what
Devil's Advocate, Sean O'Hare. Yeah, that was great. Yeah,
that's essentially what he is. So let him get in the ring, like Kitty is saying. How can you be Devil's Advocate if you ain't beat nobody's ass? Like, we tired of the talking. We know you can talk.
Get your ass in the ring, boy.
Where's the former NXT champion that we saw? Let him fight Triple H.
At one point, he was going to be fighting Roman. Now we're just waiting to see what's next. Speaking of AJ,
that's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
speaking of AJ, Logan Paul is supposed to be on the show tonight, so we're gonna get one little thing with them before Mania, and fortunately, Logan's gonna beat AJ at Mania. I'm gonna, honestly, I don't think I can. I was gonna say I was gonna go in the garage and turn a car on, but
No.
nope, they stay outside.
I honestly I don't know who's winning that match because AJ could win, Logan could win. Who knows?
It would make. I mean, Logan winning would piss a lot of people off, which I guess is the whole point.
But it makes sense if he does.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's understandable that they're going to go with him. I just hate it because the guy sucks.
Right.
But what can you do? Roman, CM Punk, and Seth are all going to be on Raw tonight.
Oh, okay.
I think this is the last time we've seen Roman since he got curb stomped. So we'll see what happens. Friday.
Oh, when you got GTS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago on SmackDown. Yeah. Sorry, not curb stomp. Yeah, you got GTS. And then the next
he put
week,
out a promo. He put out a promo.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah. We saw. Should I play that? Nah, they'll take it.
Okay.
I mean, we'll take it hard. Yeah.
About to say, nigga, this ain't AEW. Don't risk out shit.
I know WWE, they be figuring out their stuff within 3 seconds sometimes.
Yeah, you get a
We will
5
claim
second
that
limit.
This don't belong to you, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, he did, and it was a good promo. It felt like the old tribal chief Roman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When he brought up his dad, that's where he hooked me in. He was like, even my dad asked, like, why do you want these people's respect so much? Why do you want them to acknowledge you? And it's like, oh, yeah. Even your dad was looking at you crazy. Like, dude, you're above this. He's like, nah, you don't understand. These people didn't like me. They gon' have to like me, Dad.
I feel you.
I gotta be honest. I think that and the women's triple threat are the matches I'm looking forward to most.
Yeah.
At Mania. I don't think anything else is even close. And only one of those is the main event. Like Cody Cena is gonna be fun, but like, where the fuck has The Rock been since he started this whole
thing?
Rubik's
Cube.
The Rock has been wearing New Japan t-shirts, having fucking Indies fans going crazy, thinking that there's something going on with that. Oh my God, he's wearing a New Japan t-shirt, and I think he tweeted something out or whatever the case may be. But like, people are going, just stop.
Yeah,
like I told
you, at this point, you know he's trolling.
Before you came on, it's just The Rock trying to force things to happen instead of just letting them naturally fall into place. Like let TK, let whatever happens down the line, let AEW burn that bridge, or let New Japan extend the olive branch of trying to do a partnership. Don't be trying. He's just trying to force stuff because I'm The Rock. I'm the most electrifying man in entertainment. I can do everything. I got a football league. You see it? Like, dude, just when New Japan is ready to try and work with y'all, they'll let you know. They will let you know, Dwayne. Stop trying to force stuff.
Cookie says, I forgot Rock was a part of that story. Yeah, I'm not shocked. Outside of Cody,
man, now
outside of Cody, every now and then going, why'd you sell your soul to The Rock? Like, we don't really hear about him. And I figured he'll be a more important part of this, but no.
He'll show up on Sunday.
Yeah,
right.
I guess that's what we're doing. So yeah, final Raw before Mania. That's the wrap on it. We will be doing a live show on Wednesday. Live watch along.
I opened my mouth.
Yeah, hey. Unfortunately, yes.
Well, I was cool with the watch along. We was doing the watch along, but I'm like, nah, we need to run it back.
We're gonna do a live watch along and also a quiz show, an AEW exclusive quiz show. So Mike gets to defend that shit one last time before Mania. And then Matt, we find out during the show on Thursday who wins there, and then we do predictions for that. It's going to be a busy week. So if y'all want to know when we go live, what we're doing, we were talking before about like we're thinking of doing a Hall of Fame thing. Not anymore. It's 1 a.m. So to know when we're going live and just kind of if you want to just see it happen and kind of pop in and say hi, follow us at facebook.com/undertheringpod and twitch.tv/undertheringpod. You go there, give us a like, a follow, whatever it's called on those sites, and you'll get a notification and email when we go live for any reason. You can also get us at Linktree and fingertip/undertheringpod to get our own personal links. I am at Greg Bush SK on Twitter and just Greg Bush on Blue Sky. Kenny is at Rock Ribs of 44. We've got our current Are You Fucking Serious quiz champion, Mike Ciampa at Mr. First Beard. We've got our double champion, the Forever Intercontinental Champion, and the Reggie Simpson Memorial Predictions Champion, reigning and defending champion. Maddie Raines at the right answer. We got Tito, our street team captain, at Borea Maliente.
Diaper ass.
Baby ass.
Last but not least, we have Justin at D Baxley, our good
Birthday
friend.
ass.
Folks, thank you for joining us today. We will be back tomorrow at 6-ish to talk about Raw and NXT. And have a great Raw, have a great night, and just get ready for the weekend. It's Mania season, baby. Do the dime.
Do the dime, y'all. Peace out, Fatty. Peace out, Kanisha. Peace out, Cookies. Y'all do the dime, damn it.
Peace.
Bitch.